were no big sweeps last night, but history was made in a lot of ways, including one of my favorite shows, I Am the Mother of Dragons. The Game of Thrones finally pulling out some interesting wins there.
Well, you know, it got 2 wins last night, but 12 wins overall this year because they won 10 last week during the Creative Arts Emmys. So this show has now won a record 59 Emmys during its run. And after the Emmys last night, there was a lot of milling around, and a lot of people that were at the Emmys wanted to have their pictures taken with the stars of Game of Thrones. So I think you're going to see a lot of pictures of the Game of Thrones stars on social media today.
Yeah.
And guess what? There is a sequel or a prequel in the works, so you're going to be seeing more games, Tamron.
I can't wait. Billy Porter, my friend, one of my dearest New York friends, also made history last night, and not just because of that awesome hat that he wore. Billy made very important entertainment history, George.
He was the first openly gay black man to win an Emmy for Best Actor in a Drama Series. He was probably the most emotional person of the evening. Really enjoyed hearing what he had to say. And I'll tell you that backstage, he said that there was a time in his life when he was told he was never going to make it, that people like him would not succeed in show business, but he believed in himself. And his message was last night that if you are like him or you are different, you can still succeed in show business. And his message last night was really beautiful. Backstage, he said, believe in yourself, love in yourself, invest in yourself, and then teach other people, which I thought was really nice.
Exactly the spirit. Everyone is also talking about Michelle Williams and her powerful speech as it relates to pay equality for women in Hollywood, out of Hollywood, any occupation, that you should be paid your value. Let's take a look at what she said, George.
The next time a woman, and especially a woman of color, because she stands to make 52 cents on the dollar compared to her white male counterpart, tells you what she needs in order to do her job, listen to her, believe her, because one day she might stand in front of you and say thank you.
Very powerful.
She's very elegant, very graceful, and I think that's why so many people were listening to what she said last night. And when she did reshoots for All the Money in the World, that's what woke her up. She was paid $1,000. Mark Wahlberg was paid $1.5 million. And she says she's satisfied with herself, but she won't be truly satisfied until this works for all women in show business.
Big bold speech by her. Thank you, George, for working the red carpet for the Tam Fam. Next year, road trip, LA. That's what I think. Thank you, George. So another person who was at the Emmys last night, not us, Lauren from Cyber Hall. Lauren, you were a seat filler last night?
Yes, I was.
How? Because this is a real live studio audience. No one here is a seat filler. Some might be relatives of mine, but mostly are seat filler. So our real audience here, how do you get recruited to be a seat filler?
Yeah, so I'm a student at USC, and I submitted to this lottery online through this website, and I was lucky enough to get chosen with about 300 other people, and we all kind of got dressed up. It really felt like I was at the prom again. And usually the seat fillers, they move around throughout the night to fill in the spots of celebrities who go to the bathroom, get a drink, go backstage to present, but I actually stayed in the front in the same spot pretty much the whole night, right in the front.
Were you near any celebrities? Were you near any?
Oh, yeah. I was right behind Anthony Anderson, Viola Davis, Sandra Oh, Game of Thrones cast, and I was lucky enough to get a picture with Tony Hale from Veep, which was really awesome. I stepped on Kristen Bell's foot. She was very nice about it. So when I was leaving, but yeah, it was absolutely incredible.
I love it. All right, thanks for sharing your story. That is super fun. So again, next year, road trip, gas money on you. We're going to the Emmys.